everyone, it's Cathy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing a tour of my closets, including the shoe closet where I always film. I'm going to be giving you organization tips that help me make it feel like I'm shopping in a high-end boutique every day. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, but right now, let's get started. So welcome to my main closet. Back up. This is where I keep the items that I wear pretty much day in, day out. So when I first moved into this closet, when I first moved into this condo, there was actually less space in this closet. There was this rod, of course, but on this other wall, there was only one rod there also. So I lived with that for about 6 months and realized I just don't have enough room. So there was like a number in the corner of who actually installed it. So I called the people who installed it and I asked them to come out and kind of just give me a closet, just kind of look at my closet, give me some recommendations. And the main recommendation that we kind of agreed on was I need to split this up. That worked for me because I had a good sized dress section, but I didn't really have I wasn't utilizing the space on this side. This is where I probably had like things that were shorter. And so that worked out perfectly for me. So as you can see, it's broken up. This is the dress, longer hanging items section. Excuse the shaky camera work. And these are my tops, bottoms, and I have places where, as you can see, folded items. So that's just like, heavier sweaters, bulky items. So in full transparency, this is not enough room for all of my stuff. I truthfully have to go and I edit things out regularly, at least every season change. I pull stuff out. I also make sure that all of my things that are out of season that I still want to keep are stored. So if you look right up there, that's like swimsuits and other summer dresses. That allows me to keep this looking good because I will say I'm very OCD. Like the way this is spaced out, this is my optimum spacing because I like to be able to pull something out and put something back in and not really disrupt other things, right? So that maybe it might get messed up a little bit, but for the most part, this is very easy for me to maintain because of the way I have it spaced. So as I mentioned, everything is split up into sections: dresses, tops, bottoms, and folded stuff. These are more like sweaters, and this little section right there are more of what I would consider sweatpants. In addition to that, every section is organized from light to dark, as you can see. And I do, ever since I started following the Home Edit, they do ROYGBIV, which is, basically the rainbow: red, orange, yellow. So white and black aren't on the rainbow, but so I always put white basically on this side, white and maybe nude there, and then I start with the rainbow and go all the way to blues, and then black is always at the end. As you can see, I have a lot of black. I love pinks and reds, jewel tones, so you'll see that a lot. That color really pops well on my skin, and it shows up in my closet, right? So what else? Within the sections, so if my closet was larger, I could organize it differently. But for me, so out of things that are out of season, out of the closet. Every section is by color. If I had more room, I think I would probably do it by height. So I would have like height, length, whatever. So like I have long sleeve dresses and with short sleeve dresses. If I had more room, I would probably have all short sleeve dresses, organized by color. All long sleeve dresses organized by color. But I don't have that much space, and I think it would end up looking choppy. So if I had a much bigger closet, a lot more clothes, I would do it in each individual section. But as you can see, like what I do is, as I start black, I start with short sleeve, black, and then the sleeves start to grow, right? And also the hems are also grow. That makes it easy for me to, this looks like it's hard to organize, but it's actually very easy for me to organize. And and the reason I like it is because if I had to tell somebody to put something back in my closet, and let's say I gave them something that was, you know, red, at least I could say, just put it in the red. If it was a red dress, I could just say, put it in the red dress section. They might not put exactly where I want it, but they can look at my closet and say, oh, okay, I see the dress section, I see red, I'm just gonna put it somewhere, and it's so much easier to maintain. There are so many ways to organize the closet, but for me, you know, based on my space, this works. Like I said, the color is my biggest thing. So I feel like I'm very color driven. So if I want to wear something, you know, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, I want to wear, like, I'll always start with something like, let's say it's a day and I'm like, you know, I want to wear a jean jacket. So I'll wear the jean jacket. I know where the jean jackets are because it's in the blue section. Or I want to wear, you know, a leopard print dress. I know where those are. I want to wear blue jeans. I have a whole blue jeans section. You know, if I want neutral skirt, neutral pants, black pants. It makes my life so much easier. It makes maintenance easier. And there are times when I do feel lazy and I just kind of throw something into the section and it still looks good. And then if I have time, I just may perfect it and be like, you know what, that's slightly in the wrong place, so let me move it. So this concludes the main closet tour. This closet is actually in my master bedroom, and it's just, I get out of bed every morning and I just kind of walk in here. So it's easy breezy. So next up is the dresser in my master bedroom. And first dresser drawer is actually underwear, pantyhose. These are some tights for under clothes in the winter, socks. I'm a Marie Kondo stan, so everything is folded in the way she recommends. It's not perfect, but it works for me. I also continuously, everything, as I said, light to dark. Each section is light to dark. Gotta do that. And as I said before, I use ROYGBIV, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Like, that's what I always think. And it, like I said, white at the front, black at the end. That's always what I do. Middle drawer is bras, camisoles, and workout wear. If you follow me on IG, I have a very extensive like workout collection. Every day I show you what I'm wearing to work out. These are just the winter colors. If I were to give you a tour of this during the summer, be a lot more brighter colors, a lot more pinks, some reds, but I love that. I'm very much into leggings and coordinating sports bras and things like that. And I also like just, you know, pretty, as you notice, my color palette is pretty much the same. Blacks, neutrals, pop, and jewel tones. Love it. So last but not least is the third drawer, which holds t-shirts and workout tops that aren't sports bras. You know, self-explanatory again, light to dark. There are mostly short sleeve shirts because they're t-shirts or workout tops. There are a few long sleeve shirts. Most shirts, if they're longer or a little bit bulkier, they go in the main closet because we're the folded section. And that's pretty much it. Next up is the coat closet. I live in Chicago, so it's definitely a necessity to have coats. I really didn't have an extensive coat collection until I moved to Chicago, but now, as you can see, I have a pretty extensive collection, organized by color, of course. This one I did deviate a little bit because I have coats that I use a little bit more in the center. But I also store sneaker boxes up here and some hangers. But for the most part, this is in my guest room. It's a pretty straightforward closet. I'll kind of show you. Not much in there. You know, I'm using the same hangers. I think in here, though, I do have silver or nickel, where I think in my main closet I have brass, but I'm actually thinking of switching them all out to brass so everything coordinates. But so it's the moment everybody's been waiting for. The shoe closet. This is the room I film most of my YouTube videos. It's now my closet. It used to be an office with a lot of wasted space, but this wall, you know, I reclaimed it. I reclaimed my space. Most of these shoes initially, unfortunately, were on the floor of my main closet. It was the worst. I was always stepping on shoes. I couldn't find things because things were underneath clothes. Yeah. So this has really, really made my life so much better. I've seen other people doing closets, and I saw that they used the IKEA PAX system. So I kind of went online and designed my own. These are two 29-inch wide shelves next to each other. I have the 79-inch height. I initially got the taller ones. I think there might be like 80 something, 89, 90 or 90 something, but they were too tall. My room is fairly tall, but it wasn't a good look. And the room is small, so it felt like I was being like, you know, the walls were closing in on me. So this is actually perfect. I did go back and forth a little bit about the depth. I have the 13-inch depth. They come in a wider depth. It's like a 23-inch. For me, it didn't work out, and I got good advice. I was watching a video from Alyssa Lenore, and she said that unless you are going to store clothes in this, then just get the 23. I mean, get the 23-inch depth is for clothes. If anything else, like purses, shoes, get the smaller depth, and that's worked out perfectly. And as you see, I'm super consistent about my OCD. Everything starts light and goes to dark. I did not do things by category except the high boots. The high boots, I knew I needed more room for them, and I didn't like them mixed in with other things. So all high boots are there. Everything else is kind of grouped by color and family, but as you can see, I have like multiple different colors of boots. If my shoe closet was larger, if my shoe collection was larger, I would probably do all categories like ankle boots together by color. But that's if I had like 10 pairs. I don't have 10 pairs. I have, one of each color, and so I have 2 black ankle boots, maybe 3, but for the most part, I'm very color focused, and it's worked out for me. If this grows, then I would probably group more by category, but it's by color, and it allows me to kind of just, as I said, if I'm looking for a black ankle boot, I kind of know where to go. A nude heel, I know where to go. I have my little snake skin, anything that's white. Right. So, and as you see, my color scheme is super consistent again, as usual. I just find that makes it easier for me to get dressed. I also do have a sneaker closet, a sneaker section. I will show that in the next video. So let me know if you have any questions about the IKEA PAX system, organization. I use complement shelves, and these aren't fixed. I'm actually thinking of changing the spacing a little bit. I'll see how I feel. I've played with it a little bit. I've probably redone it like 3 times, so it's bound to change the next time you see it. Let me know. Okay, so this is my sneaker wall. I must say that initially I only had the shoes on the left-hand side. Those are my workout sneakers, but because of lockdown, I've added a lot more to the mix. I've added more athleisure, streetwear, a lot of Nike. I initially was gonna get another IKEA shelf, but I decided that I just didn't want to have to dust sneakers with heels. And it's a little bit easier, but these I felt like they're cloth or other materials, and I just didn't want to deal with that. These are pretty good. I think this is the only shoe that has a little bit of a problem getting in and out. It's a little bit higher than others, but most of my other shoes, I'll show you. they slip in and out, and that was another big thing is I wanted ease of being able to access, because initially I was keeping everything in a shoebox, and in order to, if I wanted to grab this shoe, I'd have to disrupt every shoe above it, and it was just not the solution. It wasn't working for me, right? So I really love this. I love the way it looks. I also love the fact that I can grow, it grows with me, so I can buy an individual box, or I can buy a case of 6, and I could grow this to be, you know, wider on both sides. I can also stack them on top of each other, so they can go all the way to the ceiling if necessary. So I've seen people, you know, with these walls that have hundreds of shoes, and I probably won't be there. I could buy 10 more pairs of shoes next year. I could buy 0, but either way, I feel like it looks good the way it is, and it will continue to look good even as I grow it. So that was kind of the solution. Let me know if you have any questions about this container store solution. Hopefully you've stuck around and you've seen all of my closets. I've tried to give a lot of information in the description, but if not, leave me a question and I will add it to the description. Please like this video, sign up for notifications, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.